And welcome back, everybody. For some people, the holidays filled with good food and good times, but for others, of course, stress city. And once that ball gets kind of rolling downhill, very tough to stop that. So we have some experts here to chat a little bit about the holidays from Bastyr University to help you through some of those tough decisions and tough times. We've got Dr. Christy Hofsess, who is a licensed psychologist, and we also have Amy Frasieur here, who is a registered dietitian. And Amy and Christy, thanks so much for being with us today.
It's a pleasure.
We need help. We're looking outside. It's finally raining in December. It's finally starting to click in, and I think everything else takes effect from here. Question to you first, Amy. How does food really affect mood?
Well, food really affects our mood by affecting the chemicals in our brain and our physiology. So it impacts our body when we eat it.
So I'm assuming like fast food burgers, fries, all that kind of stuff. You didn't bring that, but you have this instead. Tell us exactly what you have here and why. What does it do for us?
Sure. So I have some beautiful smoked salmon here. Omega-3 fatty acids. Fatty fish like tuna and salmon are a great source for that, or walnuts. And what omega-3 fatty acids do, we think of them as helping our heart, healthy fats, but they also boost the production of serotonin in our body, which is a chemical that makes us happy. So when we eat them, we actually become happier over time.
So that's simple. You eat good food, you feel a lot better about yourself, and kind of alleviate some of the stress around the holidays.
Right.
All right, thank you. Why don't you step in here, Christy, just for a second. Let's talk a little bit about some of the common mistakes that people make when it comes to food and the holidays.
Actually, Mike, a common mistake that people make when it comes to food is actually focusing so much on the food, what to eat, what not to eat, and forgetting to pay attention to how they're eating. How we're eating actually affects us as much as what we eat. For example, getting so caught up in the festivities, you know, you're grazing at the dinner party, eating when you're stressed. Actually, in both of those cases, we have a tendency to overeat because we're not tuning into our body's cues for fullness or hunger. So it's really important to understand the relationship between stress and digestion.
And that's a great point, because a lot of times at these get-togethers, you run out of conversation, or you don't want to be involved in the conversation, and literally standing around the table and grazing, as you said, it's just something to do, and that can really add up, obviously.
Yeah, and that can, you know, serve as a distraction. So what you want to do is slow down and remember to eat in a state of pleasure and relaxation, and that can actually optimize your digestive system to make the most out of the healthy foods that are available for the holiday season.
I'll have to remember this when I'm driving into the parking lot of the store and somebody cuts me off and jumps into that parking spot. There are some obvious stressful events like that for people. Obviously, the holidays should be fun. Why do we have all this stress? Is it an end of the year kind of thing? Is there a pressure to do something? Where does this come from?
Well, I mean, the holidays are stressful. There's positive and negative stressors. Stress can come from accepting too many party invitations to money problems.
I don't have that stress. I wish I had more party invitations.
Well, hosting family. So
that's stressful.
Right? So what we want to do is identify your personal stressors, because they're all individual, and then come up with a plan for addressing it. So, for example, if money is a concern, come up with a budget and stick to it. Also, remember to activate your best stress management plan. You know, get your sleep, regular exercise.
Oh boy, you're singing our tune.
Keep things in perspective.
Okay,
have fun.
I'm taking some of it in, and I'm going to take some of that food with me too. Thank you very much.
Great.
Happy holidays to you.
Thank you.
And you too. Okay, thanks so much. Appreciate you stopping by.